I'm here with my guy Ramel. He's joining me today on Upper Body, and this is another episode of Weigh In with Jay.
All right.
So where you from, Ramel?
Born and raised in Stockton. Lived there for a long time. When I was younger, I used to be up in the Bay Area a lot, because I had some family down there, but majority of my entire life has been in Stockton.
Okay. Did you play any sports growing up or anything?
Yeah, so my entire life, I started playing basketball when I was 4 or 5. As soon as I was able to play AAU, I played AAU, played soccer. It was always soccer, basketball. My mom would never let me play football. She was so traumatized with CTE and everything like that. So I never really got into football, which I kind of regret because some of my closest friends played football and they went into play college and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was never got a chance to, but mainly basketball, soccer. Let's see what else. For a short time, I did a little bit of MMA stuff just like that. Just 'cause my mom was like, you should learn how to fight so you don't get your ass beat.
Yeah, true. You gotta learn how to protect yourself.
Yeah, so she was cool with that, but she wasn't cool with football. I was getting hit in the head. I was 10 years old, but I was all right. By the time I got to high school, honestly, I was so tired of playing sports because one of the reasons why I played so much was my mom was always gone at work, so it's kind of like a way for her to keep an eye on me.
Yeah.
Without actually being there, so that's why I always played sports years round. So I missed a lot of birthday parties and stuff like that. Because when you're younger, you play your tournaments on the weekends from Friday to Sunday.
Yeah.
So up until I probably started playing AAU around the age of 6, all the way up until I hit high school. And by the time I got to high school, I was I just want to relax and have fun.
So what's some daily challenges you have for yourself?
In terms of what? Just life in general? We're talking about work? Cause
let's go life.
Daily challenges, at least for me right now. I would, for me right now, prioritizing just for one, work. If we're just talking about certain instances, but also going back and finishing school, because that's a plan I do have within the next year or two. Going back.
How old are you?
I will turn 23 next month.
Oh shit.
So
you a February baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yes, the best.
I still got plenty of time to finish school and stuff like that. I kind of put that on the back burner because I kind of stepped up in other aspects of my family.
Yeah.
For the time being, so kind of being that main provider in a sense.
Yeah.
While my family that lives with me and is close with me figure out their own kind of thing and get back on their feet.
Yeah, those dynamics.
Fuck everything up for a lot of people.
Yeah. What's some fitness, or what's your fitness goals? Do you have any fitness goals?
I do, but I feel they always change.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. When I first started working out, probably my junior going to senior year of high school, up to that point I hadn't been doing shit. I stopped playing sports, was just going out drinking with my friends on the weekend, being a high school kid.
Yeah.
So then when I had junior year around, one of my friends I got super close with, he's like a brother to me. My friend Zach, he was playing football still, so he was like, why don't you just come to the gym with me one day? I was like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? I got shit else to do. I don't have any excuse not to go. So did that, and then so after a couple months, started getting addicted to it. And during that time, I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
So I was over here fucking my shit up, especially my shoulder, just learning how to do everything. I didn't really get educated going into it until towards the end of my senior year, because I was what do I want to even do after high school? What's my major gonna be and stuff like that?
Yeah.
A lot of my friends had figured it out, and I was fuck, I like working out. I'll start doing stuff to that.
Yeah.
So then, my thought process was during finishing up my diploma at high school, I started. I enrolled into a personal training certification, because I was okay, I could do that when I'm going to school and stuff like that. So I got my ISSA certification. For them specifically, they have a lot of sports exercise courses, so I did that. It was even to this day now, maybe down the road, it'd be cool. I'd love to have my own facility, smaller facility, and train I feel athletes. that's always something I've gravitated towards. And then, so that was like my goal going into it. And then now, where I'm at now, it's like, I did like a little bit of powerlifting, and I did like 2 meets for powerlifting. This was back when I first started working out. So like, when I tell you when I first started working out, I was like maybe like $150 soaking wet.
Yeah.
So now like I like, since then, say about 4 years later now, I sit around like 165, 170. So like, I think one of the big goals in general, which I feel like that's for everyone, is just put on more weight through time. But it's not like an emphasis for me.
Yeah.
Obviously you want to look good, but at least for me, probably like the past year has just been like being good in all aspects of like movement of your body. That's why like a lot of people will like come up to me like see me doing all my kettlebell shit,
Yeah.
or like a bunch of different kind of stuff, like why are you swinging with kettlebell or like shit like that. It's like I don't want to be 40 from working out and I'm all stiff and fucked up because I can't move correctly and I can't sit down because it hurts to sit down, all that kind of stuff, and like I'm grunting when I get off the fucking couch.
Yeah.
I'm out of shape and like my body doesn't move correctly. So I think for me right now, biggest goal is still gonna put on weight through time. I may transition into like, I go through like phases where like I want to compete in something. So honestly, the next biggest thing, sometime this year maybe, is like I'll probably get into Olympic weightlifting.
All right. At least you got like an idea of what you want.
Yeah, it'll always change because like I get bored easily. So like, unless I get like super good, like unless I get a date for something and put it down in stone, like I'll always kind of be trying new things, trying different things.
Motivations in your life.
Motivations, I definitely say 100% like my mom, my grandma. Outside of like for myself, what I want, they're a big factor because they're the reason why I'm in the position I am in today. So I definitely think, like, obviously you want to do shit for yourself, but I'd be lying if I said I don't do a lot of shit. I do a lot of shit because of them too as well. So definitely I think those are the 2 biggest things. That too, I think I want to make sure I'm set up in the future, so that way, whether it's like I have a family or like I can provide for my mom, whatever the case, maybe later down the road. This is definitely one of the biggest things for me. Like I want to be that person for them where it's like, if anything drastic would happen to them, it's like, don't worry, I got it. Like, I'll take care of it.
Younger, I think my grandma and grandpa, you know, RIP, were my biggest motivations. Like, I felt like they're the ones who taught me how to be accountable for my actions, how to lead, you know, what it is to be a man, or, you know, what you have to do. Because I was raised with, I was the youngest, my mom's youngest. She had 2 older daughters. On my dad's side, I have 4 sisters and 1 brother, but I didn't really hang out with them growing up. So it's like I have to be like the man in the family on my mom's side.
Yeah.
So like I have to lead whenever there's an issue. I'm the one to call on. Like I have to find the way to get it fixed, or even every little man detail. Even though I'm not like someone who's like fucking, I don't have a trade or anything, but it's fucking water heater's fucking broke.
Yeah.
They're calling me
to
see, hey,
everything.
Yeah.
It's so, like, oh, the car sounds funny. Like, you figure out what it is? But I'm not a fucking mechanic, but I'll fucking try.
Yeah, exactly. What's some pet peeves of yours? Definitely in the gym.
I got a lot.
Yeah.
All right, like, I got a whole list. Like, this might take a little bit. Let's see. 1, especially for guys, right? Because like, if I see you, like, I'm in the bathroom, I go to the bathroom, whatever, or like I'm getting ready. If you don't wash your hands, I don't care if you're taking a piss or whatever, bro. But if you're not washing, like I see so many people, bro, they're like, go take a piss and just run out. Oh, like
grabbing equipment and shit. Like,
yeah,
come on,
like,
dude.
Bro, I don't want your fucking shit all over the dumbbells and shit.
Yeah.
2, if you smell. Like, if you smell like you just woke up and got up, and you just smell like hot ass coming to the gym. I hate that. like, yeah, I get you coming to work out, but like, I'm not trying to smell you from 3 benches away.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna fuck up my whole set. That's at least like, I guess, hygiene wise.
Yeah.
I think another thing too is, you know, especially when it's packed, right? And, like, you guys both see something, right? And like you get there first, like we're both going, but you get there first, like, all right, whatever, you got there first, technically, right? But then you spend another 20 minutes warming up. It's like,
that's the worst type of person.
I could have been done already and given it back to you by then. Like, I don't take 5 minutes between sets.
Those are the worst type of people. I'm like, bro, you got all this space to warm up, and guess what? Hey, ask me like, hey, like, can I get that way after? I was like, bro, it's all yours. I remember one time they got hella mad at me because I just straight up walked to a group and I was like, I'm taking this bench.
Or taking like that's one rack over
there.
Yeah,
I was like,
there's always like a group of 3 to 5 people.
And they're sitting down waiting, and they'll be like, because they were doing deadlift, and I only needed to front squat.
Yeah, so let me use the rack.
And they were like, oh no, and I was like, nah, I'm taking it. And they was like looking at me all crazy. I was like, I don't care. I'm like, I'm taking it. Like, you're wasting people's times. The worst group of people in the gym are high school kids.
Yeah, because like, I try to like look back when like me and my friends used to work that, right? I was like, bro, we were never like that though.
Bro, like these kids
I think it is because like social media is so popular right now, so it's made working out popular.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like a fucking competition.
And they're messy as shit. They're like kind of just like in other people's boundaries. Like, bro, the other day, it's always fucking here. Fucking, I'm using the one next to the platform.
Yeah.
And I look over.
I hate when people walk by when you're squatting or something, bro.
There's just weights all over the fucking place. Then like, I'm the type where I was like, there's weights. Why are you bringing weights from all the way over here to here? Use the freaking the kilos.
Yeah.
Stop acting like a little bitch because you can't count. That's why you use it.
Like,
the 45 pounds.
How much is 20 kilograms? Like,
Yeah.
you pay attention in math class.
Yeah.
Before you came here, you know.
All you gotta do is Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Calculator.
Like, and
you
they
know,
just
watching. You know how to calculate kilos? Just multiply that shit by 2.2. That's it.
then
And if you worry about like you're losing the extra 3 pounds, then it's like, I don't know what to tell you.
throw a 2.5 kilo on it. Like, bro, it's if you're like, stop. Like, people bring in all the way over here, stuff like that. Like, come on,
Or
man.
like, I remember one time I'll be doing like the hip thrust machine because like I hate setting up regular hip thrust with the bar. Like, I'm cool. Like, I don't need that much stability in my life for that movement.
Yeah.
But like, they'll be taking the fucking like, I swear to God, one time I was doing hip thrust, right? And I don't know, it was a girl. I don't know, maybe she was new to the gym. I understand, but I'm literally in the middle of a set and I feel it get lighter. And I look, and there's like one plate missing on this side, and I have all the plates. I'm just like, what the fuck? And I just looked at her. I was like, excuse me, but like, I was using that.
Yeah.
And she was like, huh? And she just walked away. I was like, brothers, no, you didn't. Just hear me right now. So I was like, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she looked new, but like, I was like, damn. I was like, I feel like we need to have like signs up everywhere on how to act at when you're at the gym.
See, I feel like sometimes I could be the nicest guy, but some people just cause me to be an asshole.
Yeah.
And I'm okay being an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, people don't realize I don't have to be the good guy. And I don't need people to, like, I don't need to pretend to be the good guy. I don't care how people view me. What's some fears of yours?
Like I have like a fear of water, but I don't, because I will willingly put myself in those positions.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't know how many times like we went surfing, I'd almost drowned like 3 times.
Damn.
And I was like, after a while, I just kept on going and still went, bro. I was just
Yeah, just being in certain like environments of like open water, man. You know, we know more about space than we do about the ocean.
Like, man, like you get into the water, like, damn, it's kind of dark down. I'm cool. No, I'll run into a burning building before I go jump into the middle of the ocean. What's your like go-to, like, if you had to pick 3 people to listen to?
Hold on, what was that?
If you had to pick 3 artists to listen to.
In the gym?
It could be in the gym or just in general.
Oh, in general?
Let's go with in gym because we're in the gym right now.
So in the gym, I would say 21 Savage, Drake, and Jay-Z.
Some Jay-Z.
It's an everyday type of life. Drake. Kendrick. And you know who Cleo Soul is? Mm-hmm. And Cleo Soul. I can listen to her. Cleo Soul, her, and depends on what SZA. I'm not the biggest fan of this new SZA album, but I
don't
could
think
listen.
it was bad. Well, I think it was cool, but like,
I always say it was the content in it. That's what bothers me most. What's your ethnicity?
so my mom's Filipino, and then on my dad's side, which is like the side, don't really have a relationship and stuff like that. He's half Mexican and half African American.
Okay.
So I literally get everything, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like I literally, even to this day, bro, like people will come up to me in the gym and ask me.
Yeah. Cause I was like, maybe you got some some Polynesian in you.
Nah.
I was
I'm
like,
Polynesian.
well, I was like, that's probably the Filipino in you that I see, and then now that you say you're mixed with black and Mexican, you definitely see it now.
Yeah, it's weird because like even like when people like if you really break down my name, right? Like it's 100% a black thing because that's my family. Like you know how people like hyphenate shit like AJ, RJ,
Yeah.
MJ. Like my middle name's Joseph literally for that reason.
Yeah.
So like if you put my first middle name is RJ.
Yeah.
Filipino and Mexicans always have two last names for some reason.
Yeah.
So I got two last names. So like my full name's like 4 different
you're good.
names. So it's like I'd be like messing hell of people up. But they'd be like, bro, what are you? If I'm talking like clear liquor, tequila, if I'm talking about dark, like I'll drink whiskey, I'll drink that kind of stuff. That's like I can't drink all the time though, because that's like pretty heavy. So like it has to be like we're like going out to do something. I'm not about to sit at home, watch the game, and talk about it. Let me just go
See, I can.
get something on ice.
I can.
And then beer, of course. I love beer.
Like if I know I'm just chilling at home, maybe like watching a movie, I can just sip on a glass of cognac on the rocks, and just see. Like the older I get, it's like the more you appreciate that, because it's like maybe I do that like once a week, maybe like once a month, where I'm just like I have an expensive expensive bottle of cognac I won't touch. Like it'll take me like maybe like legit 8 months to finish, because I'm just slowly. And when somebody comes over, I'm like, don't touch that.
Yeah.
Touch that out.
You gotta keep that shit hidden in the bag.
Yeah, it's just like, nah. If it's in that decanter, don't touch it.
That's for me and special occasions only.
Yeah, like, it's a celebration, but if it's like every day, you guys didn't drink? Oh yeah, there's some Bud Light. Go get don't touch that right there. What'd you learn from 2022?
I think one of the biggest things I learned is to stop like comparing yourself to others and where you're at right now. Especially because like, at least for me, like 2022, a lot of my close friends were like graduating with their degree and like getting like their like careers started. Whereas I'm just like, damn, like I just figured out what I wanted to do for my career. So like I feel like I'm like behind in the race. But like, for example, like one of my favorite artists is Nipsey. And he always says like it's a marathon.
Yeah, it's a marathon. Yeah.
Like everyone's gonna go at their own pace. That's the biggest thing. Another thing too is I think being able to accept or like when you need help. Does that make sense? Like I think, and maybe you can attest to this, like when you're like the entire life you kind of been like that person for the household, right?
Yeah.
So like you learn to kind of keep things, you know, at bay when it comes to yourself, but make sure you prioritize everyone else's well-being around you, and it catches up with you, and you can you can let that shit sit until you implode one day.
Yep.
Or you get super resentful later down the line, or you can actually seek help and talk about it, or just find other avenues to like relieve that trauma that may have happened to you in the past.
Yeah.
So I definitely think those are two biggest takes I took from 2022, and I think like working through that definitely set me up for like 2023 already, because like it's only been the first month of 2023 and I've already had like so much success when it came to like personal relationships or like career-wise, and even like getting back into school and things like that. Like everything's already kind of like fallen into place because I put in the work all last year, to where when 2023 came around, like I set myself up to be in the best position possible.
Yeah, you're reflecting on those benefits.
100%.
So, good shit then.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you set yourself up. You knew what you had a plan, and stuck through it. And now, those plans or dreams or whatever you want to call them is coming into fruition. So, big up, because a lot of people, you know, they don't think that way. Like, or a lot of people definitely, I feel like in this day and age, already just have the mindset of like, well, I already failed. And they don't, like, they always try to see the negative. They always try to get down on themselves instead of just like pushing through. Like, I feel like, but that's also due to the fact that everybody wants instant gratification.
Yeah, they don't want to put the time to work in.
Like,
I think another thing too is people like always want to give themselves a reason to feel sorry for themselves. Which I was guilty of that at some point in time, right? But at the end of the day, you realize like, okay, like life ain't perfect. You can either sit here and fucking moan and bitch about it, or you can do something about it.
Yeah, because I know, like, even at a point in time where I've even thought like I put in like, or like I felt like I was more deserving sometimes. It's just like I put in, but that's not how the life works sometimes, you know? You could be the more earning person, you could work your ass off, you know, it's not always going to be seen. It's okay, keep pushing through, because at the end of the day, do you still have your peace? Do you have your peace of mind? That's like the biggest thing for me. Like, I got to make sure I have to be at peace at what I do, with the people I love, because if I don't, that's when I'm like, all right, I gotta make changes.
Yeah.
All right.
But at least you recognize that.
Yeah.
Most people won't. Like, and like, there's so many different ways too, to where like you can like really start like working on yourself and like working on things that you know you have issues with, but you have to admit it to yourself first.
Yeah.
It's like if you're not comfortable talking to someone, like, bro, like some people have different takes on like going to therapy and shit like that. But like, at least me personally, like, I thought it helped. So it's like, I mean, whether it's like you want to go talk to your friend, whatever the case may be, but I think it's cool to have someone that's like a third party that's like completely transparent in a sense.
Yeah.
And I did that for a while last year, not for like any particular reason, but I think I was trying to find like a lot of clarity. And I got it for free, so it's like, why not?
Yeah.
It'd be different if you paying like $120 an hour, then okay, maybe not do that.
Yeah.
But I got it for free, thankfully. So like, it's a resource. So if you can find those resources, like, use them.
Take advantage of your resources.
100%, because I can tell you right now, if I was paying like $120 for therapy, fuck that. I'll go work out.
Yeah.
I'll go figure that shit out that way.